The courtroom drama surrounding Sean "Diddy" Combs just took an unexpected turn, as none other than Hollywood A-lister Brad Pitt stepped into the spotlight today. This is day 14 of what has become one of the most anticipated legal battles in recent memory, and the latest development has sent shockwaves through both the entertainment world and the general public. As the trial continues to unfold, the addition of such a high-profile witness raises new questions about the direction of the case and what kind of impact this testimony could have moving forward. Pitt's presence alone adds a level of gravity that few expected, and the buzz online suggests that this moment will be remembered as a turning point in the proceedings. We're diving deep into everything that happened inside the courtroom today, breaking down the key points of his testimony, the reactions it sparked, and what it all means for the future of the trial. Whether you've been following every twist and turn, or are just tuning in now, this update is essential viewing. As we look back at the broader context of this trial, it's important to understand why it's garnered so much attention. At its core, this case revolves around serious allegations of sexual misconduct, racketeering, and organized criminal activity involving Diddy and several associates. Multiple accusers have come forward over the past year, painting a troubling picture of power, control, and abuse within certain circles of the music industry. The prosecution has built its case on testimonies from former employees, insiders, and alleged victims, while the defense has worked tirelessly to discredit those claims and portray the accusations as opportunistic and exaggerated. Over the first 2 weeks of the trial, we've seen explosive revelations, emotional testimonies, and mounting pressure on both sides. Each day has brought new surprises, but nothing quite like today's unexpected appearance by Brad Pitt, a name no one predicted would be part of this legal saga. With the trial reaching its midpoint, the stakes have never been higher, and the arrival of Pitt on the stand signals that we may be entering one of the most pivotal phases yet. Brad Pitt made his long-awaited appearance in court today, stepping onto the stand with the quiet confidence that has defined his decades-long career in the public eye. He was called to testify by the prosecution, and his answers were measured, deliberate, and at times emotionally charged. According to sources present in the courtroom, Pitt spoke about his personal relationship with Diddy, shedding light on their interactions over the years and offering insights into the kind of environment that surrounded the music mogul. While he did not confirm any direct involvement in illegal activities, he did acknowledge attending events where questionable behavior occurred, and he admitted to witnessing moments that, in hindsight, raised red flags. Pitt also addressed rumors that had circulated in the media regarding late-night parties and exclusive gatherings, some of which allegedly involved substances and inappropriate conduct. His testimony spanned nearly an hour, during which time he remained composed despite being pressed by the defense attorney on whether he had ever personally observed anything illegal taking place. The jury appeared attentive throughout, and Diddy was seen exchanging glances with his legal team multiple times during Pitt's questioning. What stood out most was how Pitt handled himself. Never defensive, never evasive, but always cautious with his words. For many watching, it was a rare glimpse into the inner circle of two of Hollywood's biggest names, and the implications of his statements could prove significant as the trial moves forward. Now, the question on everyone's mind is, why was Brad Pitt even involved in this case? Pitt and Diddy have shared the spotlight before, particularly in the early 2000s when both were fixtures in the upper echelon of celebrity culture. They attended high-profile events together, collaborated on projects, and were often seen socializing in elite circles. While there's no indication that Pitt was ever directly involved in any wrongdoing, his proximity to Diddy during key moments in his life makes him a potentially valuable witness. Some speculate that Pitt's testimony was meant to provide context. offering insight into the lifestyle and environment that surrounded Diddy during that era. Others believe that Pitt may have been subpoenaed after investigators uncovered connections between mutual acquaintances and certain events under scrutiny. Regardless of how he ended up on the stand, his presence signals that prosecutors are pulling no punches in their effort to build a comprehensive narrative around the accused. It also raises questions about who else might be called to testify next, especially as more names from Diddy's past begin to surface. For Pitt, this moment is undoubtedly a delicate balancing act, supporting the pursuit of justice without damaging his own reputation or crossing ethical lines. The internet exploded almost immediately after word spread that Brad Pitt had taken the stand. Within minutes, hashtags like #Brad Pitt Testifies and #Diddy Trial began trending across platforms, with fans, critics, and commentators weighing in from every angle. Social media users dissected every detail of his appearance, his facial expressions, the way he answered questions, and even what he wore. Memes started circulating almost instantly, poking fun at the surreal nature of the moment, while others expressed admiration for Pitt's willingness to cooperate with the legal process. Celebrities were quick to react too, with some expressing support for the prosecution's efforts and others calling for caution before drawing conclusions. Notably, several actors and musicians who have spoken out about issues of abuse and accountability praised Pitt for using his platform responsibly. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists flooded comment sections with theories ranging from secret settlements to hidden motives behind his testimony. The divide between those who believe the allegations against Diddy and those who remain skeptical became even more apparent in the wake of Pitt's involvement. Regardless of where people stood, one thing was clear. The cultural impact of this trial had reached a new level, and Pitt's role in it only intensified the global conversation. Legal analysts have been quick to weigh in on the potential significance of Brad Pitt's testimony, and early assessments suggest that while it may not have delivered a knockout blow, it certainly added weight to the prosecution's narrative. One major takeaway is that Pitt's account helps establish a timeline and context for the environment in which these alleged incidents occurred. By confirming his attendance at events linked to Diddy and acknowledging the presence of suspicious behavior, Pitt indirectly supports the idea that the patterns described by accusers were not isolated occurrences, but rather part of a broader, consistent atmosphere. Additionally, because Pitt is widely regarded as a credible and respected figure, his testimony could lend credibility to the overall case, especially among jurors who may have been skeptical of less prominent witnesses. However, defense attorneys wasted no time in pointing out that Pitt did not directly witness any crimes, nor did he implicate Diddy in specific wrongdoing. That distinction, they argue, weakens the impact of his appearance and reinforces their claim that much of the evidence presented thus far relies heavily on circumstantial details and speculation. Still, many legal experts agree that this was a strategic move by the prosecution, one designed to reinforce their argument that powerful figures created a culture where misconduct could thrive unchecked. The ripple effects of Brad Pitt's testimony are already beginning to shape the trajectory of the trial, and for Diddy's defense team, this could mean adjusting strategy in real time. While Pitt didn't offer bombshell revelations, his presence and measured responses add another layer to the growing body of circumstantial evidence the prosecution has been building over the past 2 weeks. More importantly, it reinforces the image of a tightly controlled inner circle, where questionable behavior was either ignored or normalized. This narrative could make it harder for the defense to continue portraying Diddy as a victim of false accusations and opportunistic storytelling. If anything, Pitt's testimony gives the prosecution additional leverage in framing Diddy's actions within a larger pattern of behavior rather than isolated incidents. Looking ahead, the defense may need to pivot toward damage control, possibly by attempting to undermine Pitt's account, or by shifting focus to inconsistencies in other testimonies. Meanwhile, the prosecution seems poised to continue leveraging high-profile witnesses, suggesting that more surprising appearances could be on the horizon. Whether this marks a definitive shift in momentum remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the stakes have never been higher, and the final stretch of the trial promises to be just as intense, if not more so, than what we've witnessed so far. As we wrap up today's coverage, one thing is clear. Brad Pitt's testimony marked a significant moment in this ongoing legal saga. His calm and composed demeanor, combined with his candid reflections on his past relationship with Diddy, provided viewers with a rare insider perspective that few could have anticipated. While he didn't reveal any smoking guns, his words contributed to a broader narrative that could influence how the jury perceives the case moving forward. This wasn't just a celebrity cameo, it was a calculated legal move that underscores the seriousness of the charges at hand. As the trial continues into its next phase, all eyes will remain on the courtroom, waiting to see what comes next. If today's developments are any indication, we're in for even more shocking twists and turns in the days ahead. Thank you for watching, and if you want to stay updated on every development in the Diddy trial, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. See you next time. This video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. The information presented is based on publicly available reports and speculation. We do not claim to present absolute facts, and we encourage viewers to consult official sources for accurate legal information. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners.